Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back,
Every Vader video.
minions.
Inquisitors.
Inquisitors, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been better, right?
Yeah, would have.
Minions, Inquisitors, whatever.
Minions. What is this? Kids movie?
Exactly. What's up, guys? Welcome back to NocBro Nation.
Obviously, guys, we're here to review issue number 15 of Vader.
Burning Seas, Part 3.
Yeah.
And man, oh man, what an issue.
Yeah, so we have Vader, who is, I wouldn't say drowning. He's at the bottom of the sea.
It's close
It's
because it's his mechanics are telling him he only has so much oxygen left.
Like 30-some%.
His suit is about to freaking depressurize.
Yeah.
So he's like, you need to relocate to a safe location. It keeps repeating.
Well, rather than
time.
relocate, I think he uses the Force and develops a
kind of like a
barrier around him that allows his suit then to reinforce itself.
Right. Yes, it's like external pressure normalizing. And he also has his lightsaber lit up underwater, which...
But he loses that.
I didn't think he'd be able to do that, but he does lose that for a moment because a giant squid comes and attacks him. And but unfortunately for the squid, it's not going to last very long because Vader does get his lightsaber back.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong. Did Vader use the Force and pull this thing's eye out?
I think so.
I think he did.
I think he did. Yeah, it seemed because like he was wrapped in his tentacles, and then whatever this eye in the side, I think he did like pull it out further, and then he got the lightsaber back, and then as he pulled it out, you see it explode.
You see the eye just explode.
It's awesome. It's so cool.
As he is getting his lightsaber back and getting out of the grips of this giant squid, the Inquisitors, yes, the ninth sister and the 10th, or the ninth brother and the 10th sister. Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Come and save him with a submarine.
Right. There's other troopers underwater too in their underwater crafts looking for Vader and other survivors. So they do pick Vader up, and he immediately asks, "Is the Jedi dead?" They're like, "Nope,
Is the king dead?"
They said, "Nope, the Jedi got away." He asks about the king. They're like, "We have no idea," they're basically just like, "We have no idea about the king." And Vader's just like, well, you better hope he's dead.
Vader is not happy about this. Yeah. One reason why is because if the king is not dead, then he can give the Jedi the warning that they now know his location. Mm-hmm. The Inquisitors were pleading with Vader, basically saying, look, we know his location. We had to come and save you.
They keep saying we saved you, and he's like, I never need saving.
I never need rescue.
I never need rescue, yeah. But he's basically telling them, look, if the king is not dead, then you have not completed your task and you have failed. So, you know...
He's such a baby.
Well, he's not a baby. He just needs to... He knows how to delegate. But like Josh said, yes, he tells the Inquisitors, if the king isn't dead, what's the first thing he's going to do? He's going to warn the Jedi that we know his location and we're coming for him. Yeah. So... It's kind of like, duh, what do you think he's going to do? But turns out the king is alive. He's floating.
He's floating.
Well, he's underwater.
He's unconscious.
Yeah. Akbar and his kind of rescue crew, our ship finds him. But Akbar is actually with other of his men underwater, and they're going to be attacking this kind of floating kind of base that the Empire has put in there.
I think of it kind of like a carrier. Almost,
yeah, kind of like a carrier
in a way, like the launch pad, and
So the Empire's like, oh, we're seeing a bunch of vehicles coming at us. Let's attack, and they're getting prepped. And Akbar is telling his men, we need to get a little bit closer so we can kind of get past their sensors.
Yeah. And it's really cool how they do this.
So many missiles.
They dive under the water in a way that they can shield themselves from the onslaught of
the TIE fighters coming.
Yeah, the TIE fighters. But then they rise right underneath the ship and just blast every single shot they have at this thing.
Everything, and it explodes. And we do see one of the Emperors scream no before the end.
I love that.
Yeah, it's all gone.
You see the shadow of the fire and the explosion.
It's pretty sweet. And as that's crashing down, Akbar gets notification that the king is back and safe. They have him in kind of like this underwater kind of hyperbaric chamber in a sense to get him, back to conscious and get him healthy. And as Akbar is explaining that the the Empire has deployed these sky bases, what do you want us to do? We need to attack. And the king's like, no, we need to. He mentioned something, and I think Akbar says, "Did the Jedi tell you to do that?" And that's when the king's like, "Oh crap!"
He needs to fight, and he wants to fight and save his people.
Yes.
And he knows that if they just abandon ship, or if they reopen to negotiation,
that's right. That's what Akbar wants to do.
Yeah,
he wants to
the Emperor or the Empire will just wipe them out.
Right. Yeah.
And kill the people.
The king is like, no, we're gonna fight. We're gonna, save the galaxy. And that's when Akbar is like, is this you talking or the Jedi? And that's when the king's like, oh crap!
Oh shit!
I gotta warn the Jedi because they're coming. All right, so we get back with the Jedi and with his younglings who are kind of like, let's, what are we gonna do? They've kind of destroyed almost their own planet. Everybody's underwater, and the king contacts him and he's like, look, I'm sorry, but they're coming for you. And he's just kind of like, how?
This was funny because the Jedi's like, no, they're not going to know my location. And the king's like, yeah, but they captured me and they tortured me.
And so I told them everything. So they're coming. And then we do get back to Tarkin, and Tarkin's pretty pissed off at this one guy who was supposed to do his job. He was pissed because when the Mon Cala destroyed the sky base, he was like, yet another piece of technology that I was not made aware of. And then he's like, take this man down to the surface, get him a stormtrooper outfit, and he's going to stay down there for a while.
Basically he's going to the front of the line.
He's going to the front because he couldn't do his job. And so one of his other lieutenants asked, if we're going to retaliate. And this was interesting, is like, Tarkin was like, no, I think I'm leaning towards escalation. With
a couple more Star Destroyers showing up.
Coming in.
Yeah. So I have a feeling they're just going to wipe this freaking planet out. Akbar's going to escape.
Mm-hmm.
The king's going to die.
King's going to die, and Vader's going to kill the Jedi.
Yep.
So, to be continued to the next issue.
Yeah. So, do we know how many issues are left in this series?
As far as I know, this is an ongoing series.
Okay.
So, they haven't made any announcement yet as to if they're going to be ending it, coming up to 20 or anything.
It just seems like they can go on and on with this thing.
They could. The previous series ended at 25. They have a lot of information of where this timetable is. They could do a lot. Charles Soule can do a lot, or if he goes up to a certain issue, somebody else could take over and continue it on. But,
I'm definitely excited, guys. Let us know what you think of Darth Maul 15. Excited for issue 16.
Darth Maul?
Did I say Darth Maul?
Probably because I said Maul earlier.
You did.
Come up with his name. Darth Vader.
Let us know what you think of Darth Vader. Issue 15.
That's right, guys. So stay tuned for the next issue coming soon. We are NocBro Nation.
We're out.